Ah, got it. Okay. So what we do is we match up the Krollmeister board with the algebraic notation. And we're trying to steal from Zatere, so Z would be B1. Okay. A would be A4, and so on and so forth. And that's how we're going to send the code to Gina, okay? Let's go with PB1.
Z.
Ha! Okay. A4.
A.
Ha ha! Nancy's got it down. Okay, well, I'm gonna move my queen to D2.
T.
It doesn't matter,
T.
which letter you put. Let's see, E4. Let's do with the rook. E4.
E.
And bishop. B2.
R.
Bishop. E4.
E.
Haha! I won! Near the recycling center in Ritalo Market tomorrow morning. Ha ha ha! Ha ha! I cracked the code. The Krollmeister code. Is that pigeon again? Well, time for us to go to sleep. Because tomorrow, we have thievery to do. You go to sleep by going to Nancy's room and just clicking on the bed. Like so.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie. I know what that is. That's a reference to an old TV show. What the? Ah! The Phantom! Get him, Nancy! Got you now, Whoa!
Your locket's gone. I know. He took it.
And then he jumped off into the night like Batman. Phantom strikes again. Oh, man.
And the police found nothing? No fingerprints, or microfibers, or DNA, or TNT, or whatever it is they're always rooting around for these days?
They
It's
didn't
DNA,
find a thing,
yeah.
and they were here for hours. They're not even sure how he got in.
This is highly disturbing, Nancy.
Clearly.
I sent you over there to unmask this villain, not to be victimized by him.
Believe me, Miss Rutherford, after what happened last night, I'm more determined than ever to catch this guy.
Well, having that trinket torn from your neck seems to have brought out the pluck in you. Whereas having that figurine stolen from the piano nobile seems to have brought out the greed in Margherita. When I reminded her that her insurance company would reimburse her for its loss, she was downright giddy. Oh, good heavens, someone call the police!
What's wrong? Are you all right?
I mean the fashion police, dear. You should see what my assistant decided to wear today. Definitely not a minute originelle. What in the world is on your head? Oh, please take it off, you're scaring Ginger. Thank heaven she came in the back door. If the neighbors saw, oh, the scandal. Enough tomfoolery. Off with you, Nancy. That rogue has stolen quite enough. I insist you find him forthwith. Toodaloo!
Don't worry, we're very close to finding him. Do not worry. But first, let's get out of the Samantha Quick disguise. Otherwise, the people here at the com might get a little suspicious. Okay, let's Okay. Where do you put off the arms? Okay. And let's get rid of those sunglasses. I am sorry, those are not good looking sunglasses.
Why do you say that? It's not my fault that figurine was stolen.
This could be interesting.
It most certainly is. You left the door unlocked.
I most certainly did not. You were the last one to leave last night.
I always lock the door. It's part of my routine.
You're just trying to blame someone else so you won't get fired. Ooh, since you're not about to blame Nancy.
Indeed, I am not.
You're glad her locket was stolen, aren't you?
Don't be ridiculous.
You're the one who's being ridiculous. Interesting Chinese puzzle box. Where'd you get it?
Oops, there goes my pager.
Okay, let's see if Antonio's up to something. What to do? I hope he doesn't find out we played a game of chess. He might get upset. Or suspicious. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. That's Margherita, isn't it?
That's Margherita. What's she doing there?
Wow, she tans way too much. Oh, she's getting in a fight with Antonio. You can hear the gondola man from here. Ooh, she looks mad. Wait, what's this? A Scopa card. Why on earth would a Scopa card be there? Huh.
Hello, Nancy.
That box. It wasn't there before, was it?
No, in fact, I just won it in a card game. It's a
Scopa
Chinese
game?
puzzle box. Beautiful, isn't it?
Why did they call it a puzzle box?
Because to open it, you must solve a puzzle, something which so far I have been unable to do. It's very light, so even if I were able to open it, I doubt there'd be anything valuable inside. The bloke is a bit of a ne'er-do-well, so I'm not surprised. However, Margherita has taken a fancy to it and is thinking about buying it. That's why I haven't taken it home.
Would it be okay if I tried to open that Chinese puzzle box?
I'd love for you to have a go at it, but it seems a bit fragile, and until Margherita makes up her mind about buying it, I'd rather no one muck around with it. Sorry.
I'll let you get back to work.
Drop by again.
Okay. Let's see if Helena has anything interesting.
So, what's going on?
What made you decide to stay here this trip?
I met Margherita at a party last October, and when she heard I was going to need a place to stay when I made this trip, she practically begged me to stay here.
She begged you?
Did she ever? She's lonely and quite insecure. She wants to believe she has lots of friends in high places, but they're not her friends. Not really. And I think deep down she knows that, poor thing.
I read the article you wrote in Eurovelt magazine, the one about the Leo Macchiano trial.
That was one of 6 articles I wrote about the trial. I could have written 6 more, it was so fascinating.
Do you specialize in crime stories?
Not really. Also, I do seem to gravitate towards them. And the Macchiano trial was like this gigantic black hole. It just sucked me in. You see, the crime ring Macchiano ran, the more testimony I heard regarding its inner workings, the more impressed with it I became. Every heist was so well planned, and the role of everyone in his organization was so well delineated that Macchiano was the only one who knew who everyone was and what everyone did.
There was no second in command?
No need for one. And Macchiano never wrote anything down. Name, function, even what everyone was to be paid. He kept it all in his head. That's why Enrico Tazza, the man rumored to have been in charge of safeguarding the goods Macchiano stole, that's why he went free. The stolen goods were never found, and there was nothing to link him to Macchiano or anyone else in his organization. Unfortunately for Macchiano, one of his underlings cheated one of his underlings, who decided to get even by going to the police. Still, it took them 2 years to collect enough evidence to bring Macchiano to trial. And even though he was sent to prison, his conviction is being appealed and could eventually be overturned.
In the meantime, it looks like the void he left behind is being filled by this phantom thief guy.
Indeed. Macchiano always eliminated his competition, one way or the other. So this phantom, he is... How do you Americans put it?
He's making hay while the sun shines.
Ganz genau.
Is it possible that the Phantom is, or used to be, part of Marchiano's crime ring?
No. The Phantom is obviously an expert at what he does. He would have been very high up in the organization, in which case he would have been arrested along with everyone else. And that means he wouldn't be stealing art. He'd be stealing food from the prison kitchen.